My name's Sydney. I'm a lifelong Folsom Cordova student, and I'm here to ask for your help. Yes, you, and you, and you. What kind of help? We need our families, our students, teachers, support staff, and our entire community to help our school district prioritize how it spends the money it receives to support its most at-risk students. How is at-risk defined? In California, it means students who are learning English, who are socioeconomically disadvantaged, or are in the foster care system. This gets a little complicated, so stay with me. In California, our schools get a base amount of funding per student enrolled in attending school each day, but schools also get additional money per student depending on the percentage of at-risk students that are enrolled. The idea is that these students may face more barriers to their learning when they arrive at school and may need more resources to be successful. These extra funds are called supplemental funds, and in Folsom Cordova, we've received about $12 million a year. In recent years, this money has funded everything from intervention teachers, bilingual aides, mental health professionals, parent coordinators, field trips, musical instruments, training for teachers, and more. The state gives school districts flexibility to spend these funds to best support its students. But there's a catch, and it starts with an acronym, LCAP. LCAP stands for Local Control and Accountability Plan. The first part, local control, means we work with our local communities to figure out our needs. Accountability plan means we're required to have a plan not only how we're going to spend that money each year, but also to measure what's working and what isn't. This is where you come in. Are you still with me? Good. Okay, so that was a pretty fast overview of the LCAP, but it's actually one of our most important documents that our school district puts together each year. Our actual plan is more than 120 pages long. If you feel like digging into the whole thing, you can always find it at fcusd.org/LCAP, but for now, we're going to stick with the highlights. Here we go. Folsom Cordova's LCAP is guided by 4 overarching goals. Let's begin. Goal 1. All students will receive instruction from a highly qualified teacher and have access to curriculum which promotes college and career readiness. How do we measure this? We track the assignment of each fully credentialed teacher, provide support to our newest teachers, ensure that our school facilities are in good repair, and make sure our most at-risk students have access to our curriculum. Goal 2, increase parent and student engagement and provide a safe, healthy, and positive learning environment. There's a lot going on in Goal 2. To measure this process, we track suspension rates, graduation and dropout rates, attendance rates, surveys on how connected students are feeling to school, and much more. Goal 3, provide students with high-quality classroom instruction and access to a broad course of study. In this goal, we've committed to strengthening training for teachers and new curriculum adoptions. We're also providing teachers with professional development that help them learn strategies for supporting English learner students specifically. Goal 3 also makes sure we measure enrollment in the kinds of courses that prepare students for college and their careers. Goal 4, student progress and educational outcomes will be monitored for success using assessment results. Goal 4 has a lot of words in it, but here's what it comes down to. In all the ways that we measure student achievement, test scores, performance in specialized programs, and more, are students growing? And are our most at-risk students continuing to achieve? Let's look at a few snapshots of data to see how we're doing as a district. The data we're about to highlight can be found online in the California School Dashboard, a website where you can look at the performance of any school or district in the state. Just go to casschooldashboard.org and take it for a drive. Here's some of the highlights for Folsom Cordova from our 2019 dashboard. Some of these things are to celebrate, and some are areas where we need to improve. Overall, as a district, our scores for English language arts and math are green or in the high level. And when you break it down for different student groups, you'll see that none decreased. When you break it down by student, however, you'll see that some of our most at-risk students are still performing at lower rates than their peers. While some have shown growth, we know that we have more work to do here. A similar trend is seen when we look at performance gaps in math. Let's talk about suspensions. Remember Goal 2 of our LCAP? One of the many indicators used to measure student engagement and school climate is by looking at school suspension rates. The good news is that in Folsom Cordova, the suspension rates have declined overall in the past year, including among students who are most at risk. Why does that matter? Because that means students are spending more time learning in school and less time falling behind. This kind of data is just the tip of the iceberg. By now you're probably asking, wait, I thought there was something I was supposed to do to help. Here's your chance. Step 1, head over to fcusd.org/LCAP, where you'll find even more details about our LCAP, and you can dig into it as much as you'd like. Step 2, take our survey. In Folsom Cordova, we use a program called Thought Exchange. Thought Exchange asks a few simple questions and then lets you see and react to what other people are saying, anonymously and in real time. In the survey, we want to know from you, what do you think is working well for our at-risk youth in our schools? And what do you think that we can do better? You can get to Thought Exchange on our LCAP website, or you can skip that and use the link you see right here on screen. It's important that we have as many of our school's community's voices as possible participating in this process. So tell a friend. Thank you for all that you do to support the success of every child in Folsom Cordova.